Hi, my name is Lauren Razek, and I am River Action's Development Manager.
And I'm Amy Slack, and I'm the Campaigns Manager at River Action.
First, we'd like to thank everyone here today for this opportunity. We really appreciate it, and we're really happy to be here. So, River Action. We're a small, impactful charity that has a three-word mission: rescue Britain's rivers. We're in a crisis. Our rivers are on the brink of ecological collapse. They're continuously and relentlessly being polluted with a cocktail of agricultural, industrial, and sewage pollution, and all of this exacerbated by climate breakdown and water insecurity. And just a few stats to reveal how bad it is. In 2021 alone, sewage was dumped into our rivers for 270,000 hours. 26,000 tons of phosphates are released into UK rivers each year, and these cause algal blooms that choke the rivers. And there are some 25 million chickens along the River Wye alone whose nutrients all end up in the river. Meanwhile, the government has defunded the environmental agencies whose job it is to monitor and regulate pollution levels, leaving them completely toothless. So basically, the likelihood of prosecution if you're a polluter is pretty much zero. So our rivers are dying along with the wildlife within them. And we all value nature, and rivers are the lifeblood of this country. They're vital for ecological health and also for our own physical and mental health. If our rivers don't thrive, nothing does. So in the face of this crisis, we've designed a strategy to achieve our three-word mission to rescue Britain's rivers with three goals. One, empower local communities to rescue their own river catchments. We believe local communities are at the heart of everything we do, and we will provide activists in local communities all over Britain with the tools and skills that they need to launch campaigns to restore their own rivers. Goal two is to mobilize communications to raise awareness of the issue and gather public opinion behind us in our work. We launch powerful online campaigns to make as much noise as possible about this problem and inform people also of the available natural solutions. And we use this momentum that we've gathered to influence change, which brings us nicely to goal three, which is to advocate change in government policy and in industry behavior. So we pressure the government into stepping up to do its job through taking legal action, and also we're creating a charter for best practices for rivers. And simultaneously, we expose and pressure polluters in different industries to remedy their supply chains towards the health of rivers. So why River Action? What makes us special? It's hard to narrow down, but here we go. One of the most important qualities about us is that we are entirely independent. We will never accept funding from government or industry. So we're free to speak the truth to power, hold people to account, and really take on the bad guys, the polluters, without having to hold back. We are also the only NGO that is entirely focused on river pollution, and we've taken a holistic approach to solving the problem, as you can see from our strategy. And finally, I'll say that River Action, we are a very agile and dynamic organization. We move fast, we take action, and we achieve impact, which my colleague Amy will tell you a bit about.
Yeah, thanks, Lauren. So the issues facing our rivers are huge, and we can't tackle them alone. So at River Action, we pride ourselves on working together. We believe that that's an essential part of rescuing our rivers. So on this slide, you can see some of the organisations that we work with along the way. Next slide, Lauren. So in just 2 years since we formed, we've had a huge impact with what has essentially been an unpaid skeleton crew supported by advisors and consultants. Our campaign has focused so far on agricultural pollution of the River Wye. We've empowered local activists up and down the river, such as Angela Jones, who you may have seen in the newspapers swimming the length of the River Wye, towing huge egg boxes or coffins. We've developed the Plan to Save the Wye, setting out clear solutions to reverse the decline of the river. We've raised almost £35,000 to support citizen scientists collect evidence around the destruction of the river through water quality testing. And our work has exposed the role of the food supply chain in pollution of the River Wye. And we've recently had Avara Food admitting culpability. Our national campaign to date has focused on the impact of the deregulation of our rivers, with almost 60,000 people signing our petition for greater funding of the Environment Agency, which has seen an over 70% reduction in its funding over the last 10 years. Next slide. And now with a full-time team in place, we have big ambitions for 2023. Our maiden national campaign, which Lauren referred to a little bit earlier, this year will revolve around our Charter for Rivers. Backed by national and local groups, this will set out what needs to happen to rescue our rivers. It's aimed at political decision makers, and we want the health of the rivers to be a major voting issue as we approach the general elections next year. We have an extensive political advocacy strategy and public campaign plan, including creative stunts, all aimed at generating and maintaining significant political, public and media attention on the agenda. Our charter will be backed up and supported through our community work and our legal work. We'll continue to delve deep into the polluting supply chains of the River Wye, but also extending our community support into other river catchment areas and other issues impacting our rivers, such as abstraction, sewage and dairy farming. And underpinning our campaigns is our legal actions to hold polluters to account, which we're more than happy to talk about and expand on that in our Q&A session. Next slide, Lauren. So how will your donation today be used? Well, we're looking to raise a total of £800,000 for the 2023-2024 financial year. £300,000 of that will be direct campaign costs, and the £20,000 we hope to raise today will support the development of our community toolkit, contribute to our legal fund, and allow us to expand our citizen science work. Back to you, Lauren.
Thanks, Amy. Just on a final note, I want to emphasise that we are in an emergency. This is a crisis, and nothing is more important than water security. We can't do this work without your support. So please join us in our mission to rescue Britain's rivers. Thank you.